against Portugal. They almost came back from the dead.
Yeah.
Against Chile.
They came back from the dead.
You know, but I think
they came on stock against.
Ran out of.
You know, there are a lot of Africans in France.
But the thing is that to him, getting victory at this level is not coincidental. Look at the story of the French under-20 team. They have an academy, Clairefontaine Academy, that has produced a lot of players for them. You know, these are things that we can learn from. We can organize ourselves properly at that level so that we get some of the best players. You know, it won't be difficult for the coaches when they are named to handle some of these teams. It will not be difficult for them to get some of the best players to play for.
Are you putting your money on France? France against Uruguay in the final. Are you putting your money on France?
Yeah,
they knocked us out in the quarterfinals in 2011.
The AC Milan guy,
Pogba. Juventus
guy.
Juventus.
Exceptional player. You know, he's the pivot of that team. You know, he's always coming back and moving forward and inspiring the team. I think he's the engine room of the team, and when you have such a player, he can determine the result.
Somebody who has the experience of Champions League football at that level.
You know, so I think France has a lot going for them. Physically, they are tall, they are strong. The black players, you know, if it comes to the physical battle,
they can dig it in.
They are always there, you know. So I think French has a lot going for them. Uruguay has struggled to get to this stage, even against Nigeria. They also struggled. You know,
needed the late penalty to take out Nigeria. Needed penalties to take out Iraq.
Absolutely.
Needed the late extra time goal to take out Spain.
So even Iraq.
Yeah. So they have a lot. They've exerted a lot of energy already. But the top place, Ghana against Iraq. All Africans, I'm sure, will be rooting for Ghana to nick this one. But let's see how it goes this weekend. Gentlemen, let's read a few comments on Twitter before we close the show. We'll be closing the show with some cycling. But before we do that, let's just read a few of the comments that we have on Twitter. Joy Forever 74 says the MPL and the LMC should be on the same page as per discipline in the Globe Premier League. And that is where the problem lies. Individual interest of the clubs and the LMC. That's where there's a disconnect. LMC can take a decision. The way our football is structured is that they can take a decision which is a temporary decision pending. That's when they give these rulings sometimes. They will tell you pending the ratification by the NFF O&D. And most of the time, instead of the O&D to ratify, they upturn.
And try to reduce.
Or even cancel outright, because Aqua United were banished and they are back. They played one game away and they are back.
That's been the case.
The NFF and the LMC can, you know, jointly organize the body, and that body should take decisions very fast. You know, so that after that decision, they go to the appeal. Whatever the appeal say, you know, it's final.
And the appeal decision is final. Yeah, I think that's one issue that we need to really work out around our football. Baba says Mikel is the best this year. He says he's a United fan, but for him, John Mikel Obi has been the best African footballer this year. Praises says the MPL is a joke. I don't want to agree with that. It says our referees get assaulted by home teams as officials and their fans every time, and they get away with it most times. The one that is even worrying for me is the live broadcast of matches. Teams disrupt live broadcast of games. Teams complain that live broadcast of games is why they don't win. At this time and age, it's unbelievable.
I think if you do that, another way to it is that when it comes to sharing the money, it is the team that has the highest TV coverage that will get more. They should do that 50-50. I don't think that's proper, because those ones.
Some teams, to be fair to the teams, some teams in the north don't have their games covered.
They don't have it because of security challenges. We understand those ones. But some who, because if you don't show your game, I don't think you have advertisement for your players. Because look at Cali players. Now people are saying
people are not they are not after advertisement of their players. They are after the 3 points and 10 goals.
So that they can go to the government and collect money for
when they have mapped out their plans and the TV people appear, they get angry.
Okay, somebody says he has a disagreement with us. He says for him, Yaya Toure is the best African player for 2020.
What did they win?
It wasn't influential for. It didn't help.
They crashed out in the quarterfinal of the Nations Cup.
Yeah, they didn't do well in the Champions League. They didn't win the FA Cup. No, Mikel is.
They even lost to newly rated winger
in the final. All right, but that argument will go on and on. I'm sure it's an argument that we would like you to respond to. Is Mikel the best African footballer for 2013 so far? let us know. We'll talk about it maybe next week as well. We have to wrap up the show on this note and take you to